Okay, I'm gonna answer Andrew's question in the chat while Luis goes live. What are some good book sites resources to learn about accounting business? Dude, I'm gonna be, straight honest with you. Accounting for Dummies. It's a great book. It is a great book. It will tell you, as a dummy, you'll learn plenty of things. Plenty of things there. And the basic things. Try to find businesses that specify on small business resources or small businesses, you know, uh, accounting things that you have to look through. Um, there's a QR code there on my screen. You can always scan it. That's a good way to contact me, and I can share some information with you about that as well. Okay, that's very important. I think, but if you look at that, that's perfect. Okay, I was talking about the house. I was talking about the hurricane season. I said it, guys. Please keep in mind that when you build this business, you build a house. External things will happen. Let's plan for this. Let's check what we have. It's important. I have Sharon. Making chocolate at home is small scale, no rent or other overhead. And my husband eats and my labor is free. Mary like a Dutch making chocolate and selling from our house. And commercial kitchens are expensive. Also, thinking of the problem of equipment and scaling so numbers make sense. Oh, you wrote a lot. Hold on. Plus, equipment needs to be physically in the kitchen. How do you know how to scale equipment and maybe commercial kitchen is not the best choice for your particular product? Not to mention commercial kitchen smells an issue. Our background are computer consultants, me and aerospace engineer, my husband, them. Okay, we're heading cost our spreadsheets, but we need more finance planning and experience, I see. What locations besides your resident did you produce your chocolate? All right. At some point, everybody says, I had this idea and you start making chocolates at your house, right, Sharon? Just like you are right now. But the good thing is that you have to be legit. Cottage law can be one thing, but you have to be legit. In order to grow the business, you have to have certain permits. In every state, you have the agricultural, the Department of Agriculture permits and some other business licenses. You want to be legit when you want to go out and sell. So you have to find a place. You have one of the biggest struggles that we have in this industry. Any coach will tell you, find a commercial kitchen. That person, if that person have never tempered chocolate, he won't understand that that may not be the greatest place to work. You follow me? Because when you work in a commercial kitchen and you have a catering company nice right next to you, frying fish because they have an event and you're trying to temper your chocolates, it won't happen. It won't happen. In my case, I went from my house. I think I worked at my house like very, very, very small period of time. Like when I say I'm gonna start a business, I found a place right away. Before it was a hobby, but to me, starting a business was getting my food licenses, getting my food permits. I found a bakery, and I walk into a place and I rent it on a monthly basis, try to negotiate monthly basis versus hours. Hours can kill you. You want to grow your business. So you want to be there as much as possible. Okay? Try to negotiate a monthly rate, a flat fee monthly rate. This place was great because they have like a morning and, let's say, lunch rush, and after that it was dead. So it was cool because to me it was cool enough for me to work. It was cool enough for me to work. Now I had the need to grow. What happened to me was the owner of that bakery, which I was doing fine as far as production, sold that bakery to another bakery In this case, it was a Colombian bakery, and they were frying empanadas and pan de bonos and all kinds of Latin Colombian food all day long. Sometimes the AC inside the bakery was like 90 degrees. I realized that the only way for me to temper chocolates was just getting there at midnight and working from midnight to 4 a.m. in the morning. It was painful. But you know what? That pain pushed me to find my own place. So I found a small shop. It was 300 square feet, but it was make sure if you want to scale, you can find like one of these ghost kitchen, commercial kitchen. Try to find like if they have rooms, like private rooms, or work with carrying company, Sharon, that usually carrying companies, they own warehouses, but they don't use those warehouses all the time. Maybe if they have a partition, if they have a specific room within that warehouse that they can lease to you. For then, you will help them tremendously as far as rent cost. And it's a win-win. Remember that partnership, win-win. All right, you may benefit from that, or if you have the resources, find a small place that it was a food business before. Food business before because there's a low investment. You just walk in, take over, get the permits for that place. You can produce there. Now you will be controlling the overall temperature of that location, which is good for tempering. Remember that in chocolate making. And you can scale from that. Even if that place has like a retail area, even better. Okay. And then you can grow. What would I do to grow? Maybe get your own location when you have, let's say, a warehouse or a production facility. And if your plan is to wholesale, will be the ideal place. All right. Anyway, like I said, there's always more ideas that I can provide for that. But be careful about the cost, and most importantly, don't jump into a place if you're not 100% sure it's gonna work as far as temperature. We in the chocolate industry, we have a big problem when it comes to the humidity of the place. The AC is working fine, all that. Some other businesses that may be leasing the same commercial kitchen, they don't care. But for us, I mean, it is key. It is key. I don't know what happened with the question that we had, but get the strong foundation. Great advice. Thank you so much, Sharon. I mean, always here to share things with you. Learn how to adapt all the time and grow. Guys, we as business owner, the sooner we realize we don't know everything, the faster we can adapt, learn, change strategies, and grow. Okay? I want you to have that sponge mindset of getting and learning as much information as you can and use it. Don't think you know everything. Life will throw curveballs at you. If we didn't have the ability to adapt, Cao Chocolates, COVID would have killed us like it killed many businesses. But you know why? I realized that it killed many businesses because of the business foundation. Some of the businesses were struggling and they didn't know what was happening because nobody knew, of course. But the adapting part, the thinking outside the box, is what really killed many businesses. Don't be square minded. Things can change. Things can change. Okay, someone told me, I mean, they obviously I realized I didn't come up with this, but someone told me if you don't like where you are, move on. You're not a tree, so you're not planted in that place. In business, will be that way. Adapt. If there's a change that has to be made, do it. Do it. It's about, I mean, business is like a rubber band. You stretch the rubber band, you stretch the rubber band, just make sure that the rubber band never breaks. You have to adapt. You have to adapt. Whatever is going on, read the consumers. If something is not working, sell it. Nowadays, saying I'm a bean to bar chocolate maker, it's nothing new. Let's face it, it's nothing new. What makes you different? What makes you different? What is the strategy to grow a chocolate shop? Not interested in wholesale. Ooh, Remy, I have that. I had a chocolate shop. There are different things that I can advise. The first of all will be, oh my God, Remy, do you have one now or you're planning to open one? Can you answer that? Well, I don't know. Planning to open one. All right, great, thank you. Learn about the demographics, learn about the location. Don't be, unless you get a great deal, don't just spin to something because it may look good. All right. One of the things, you can scan the code and I can help you later on with that, but one of the things is we have to make sure we have chocolate. I mean, a store can be profitable. You can make more profit obviously than wholesaling, but we have to understand what are our offerings, what are the margins of the products that we're making, and ultimately what the consumer wants. I'll give you an advice. I had a chocolate shop. There's a small percentage of people that wake up today and say, "Oh my God, I'm just gonna go to the chocolate shop." Chocolate shops just happen to be there. Okay, so make sure the location is where people are. People are walking by. People are just find you there, and because when you become a destination point, a smaller percentage of consumers will show up. Okay, your product has to be really, really, really good. Especially when I was in Miami, I was like, "Man, Miami, everything's fine in Miami. Everything's fine in Miami." And I had a retail shop, and I was like, "Great!" But people call me from. I was in an area called Pinecrest, which is in the south of the Dayland Mall, and people call me from Miami Beach, like, "Okay, how far are you?" I was like, "Dude, I'm like an hour away." Do you know what I mean? He's like, "Oh, you don't have another shop nearby?" I was like, "Okay," like it was so easy, But then, and that's how I wholesale through retail partners that I can actually be nearby some of the consumers areas. And I said, "Where are you?" "Okay, so you have this cafe, blah blah blah." But I started from the store, and I was making my production there. I would say, Remy, what you offer will be key in order to succeed in your chocolate store. Don't focus only on chocolate. Offer things that will have people, that will help people to stay there. Ambience, products. You go to a chocolate shop, but you have a coffee. You're hungry, you have a croissant, you have a pastry. You can spend all day there because you're covered. You know what I mean? It's not just that. Take your chocolate ego, if you have it, on the side, and think of as business owner and what would you eat and how you want people to hang out at your place because those people are spending money. Like I said, I had 12 years of experience in chocolate retail. So I wish I can, I mean, I have more time to answer your questions, but definitely I'm here to help. Um, More questions. I would love to hear more questions.
There is a raise hand feature at the bottom of your screen. If you'd like to use that, we can open your mic. It's great to hear your voice. You get the opportunity to ask your question. Or I'm curious if anyone's been in business for a while, they wanted to share their why.
That was good, right? Teresa, it's important.
Yeah.
It's
And then my
important.
question for the audience, because you touched on it, is, how has your why changed? Did your why develop into something different as your business grew, or did it build on the initial why and there became a deeper why? And that's a question for everyone.
I, all right. I'm gonna answer that question myself because it's actually what I've been experiencing lately. My why before was making chocolates, connecting with consumers through the chocolate products that I was making. Okay. Then my wife have, I would say, evolved because I'm in Cao Chocolates, my business. I handle the events part, so we do a lot of tastings in person, virtually, and now my wife is to make people fall in love with chocolate from a different perspective, from the senses, from the stories behind. So I became almost like a storyteller. I talk more about farmers, I talk more about consciousness than I talk about the product. You know what I mean? So I build that, and my wife, my why now it's evolved, and my why within the chocolate industry is now to share the chocolate, the cacao message, but to have people like Remy or Sarah succeed and to avoid them make the mistakes that I made or I saw people making. You know what I mean? Because I have the type of personality that if I know you're not going in the right direction, it's not that I'll let you go until you find out. No, if I can help you, if I can drag you by your clothing, like, hey, hold on, stop. It's that way, I will do it. So my why now, from the founder of Cao Chocolates all the way now to the Choconnector, is, you know, help people fall in love with chocolate and cacao from a different point of view, but also help businesses, chocolate businesses, to succeed. And it's
Thank
the
you.
same industry.
Yeah, Sarah says something interesting. She says, "For now, I have a personal why, but working to find the business why." And you kind of answered how your personal why and your business why started to overlap.
Yeah. Sarah, you will definitely, uh, if you have a personal why, you'll find your business why because both things are always aligned. Both things are always aligned. Again, there are ways, there are exercises that you can use for that. Just contact me. Contact me. Guys, if you have any question, there's a QR code there. I mean, seriously. I'm here to help. I'm Francis, I'm so much affected by your personal account of your journey of success and motivation of beyond its relevance to build a chocolate enterprise. Many life lessons. I'm not an entrepreneur, cocoa researcher, but mentor several of the latter. I will definitely advise them to seek you out. Thank you so much. I mean, one of the things, how to sell chocolate, how to make a price of chocolate, and that's something that maybe a different webinar will be a good idea for that because it can take a lot of time. But guys, be real. Francis, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate what you say, and if I get to inspire someone, but the only way that you can inspire people is sharing who you are. Don't be afraid of sharing maybe a mistake because we're human, okay? It's okay to make a mistake. As business owner, yeah, maybe we did something wrong, but that is not a tattoo, okay? We can always change. Let's go back to the example of the house. Yes, you build your house with the raw material. The hurricane is coming. Damn, what do we do now? We have to reinforce the house. It's not that that house will never work. You know what I mean? It's okay. But one of the things, and I said it many times, one of the things that I learned, guys, is once you realize that your ego, it's stopping you for growing, it's stopping you for connecting with people. Let that ego go. Be a sponge. Be transparent. Be transparent. Because you know what? People will buy for who you are. People who do coaching with me, I think they get me more because of the empathy that they feel the connection. And I can talk to this guy and I can say what I know and I can cry along with this guy. And it's totally fine because this guy, he wants to help me than because of a balance sheet or how to, we're going to do something like that. It's because of you being real. You know, that's that's my goal. That's my why, I guess. Hmm? Personal why to help others to better their lives. Town's business wide to solve problems with innovative solutions and create sustainability for the environment, farmers and customers and business owners. You see? Now, Mrs. Baloo, see Town's why it's related. Because when you help business owners with their why, that why impacts a lot of people to have better lives. Which is your, I mean, you're basically killing two birds with one stone. Okay, your personal why is to help others have better lives, and your business why, through your business why, you actually achieve what you're looking for your personal why. This is what happens. This is how it is. This is how it is. Um, if you allow me, I'll share something last thing with you guys. Last thing with you guys. Because I don't know. The website is there. The on the on this screen. Obviously, I have the QR code on the back of my on my square here, Zoom square. I think this is a very bigger version. If there's something you can get from here is I've been where you are right now. I actually work consulting farmers and I have projects in Colombia training farmers to transform their cacao into chocolates, like into bar making, but then starting businesses. Okay, and taking businesses from their product to business plans, marketing plans, sales, etc., etc., etc. Every chocolate business, every business, they have different needs, and I read that very well, and I help you specifically with what you need. I've been in the industry when packaging was like all very similar and ugly. I was one of the first ones bringing colors to our packaging, and I've seen many trends. I've seen many things going on. Okay, and I have like a good database of examples for you guys if you're starting out in this industry. From my experience or for some other businesses experiences throughout these years, I can definitely guide you and help you on where to go and where not to go. Remember what I told you, that I can pull you out of your shirt and say, hey, don't go that route. Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal. because I want you to continue succeeding. Any of you, there's a QR code. If you have any business questions, there's always a consultation that, that's free of charge. We can talk about your business. We can talk about your needs. Don't be shy. I'll be happy to help you out. I'll be happy to listen to you. And who knows, maybe we can work together. But what I want you is to help you out. Okay? What are some family balancing challenges you faced? I see a lot of time dedicated to planning, making, selling. How did you and your wife team to balance? That's a great question, Sharon. Damn, that's a great question. One of the things that I did is I got my daughters really involved in the business. I had no choice. I had no family in Miami. Nobody was taking care of my daughters on the weekends. Nobody was taking care of my daughters after school. So it was a bit of a struggle. Um, I got my daughters really involved in the business. So it was funny. If you look at them Saturdays, they came to the shop with a bag full of toys and the I mean iPads and things. I had to get them distracted. I had to get them distracted while my wife and I and my staff were working and stuff like that. Um, Throughout the years, I didn't know, but right now, my daughters, for what they saw, for what they heard, kids listen a lot more of what you think. Even if sometimes they look like they're not paying attention, they are. And I'm very proud to say that they learn a lot how to run a business. Eventually, my daughters they wanted to take care of the front. They wanted to help. They wanted to help and let them help. I always let them help. Like, all right, you want to take care of the customers, and I made it friendly for the customers. Like, yes, many of my customers now friends, they knew my daughters when they were like 5 years old, and now she's 17. But now my daughter is the president of the student business council of her school, and she knows a lot about business just by being involved in my business, in her business. We always made them part of the business. We always made them sure that you are Cao Chocolates. This is yours. This is yours. And now, whenever we have events, etc., they sell. They know how to conduct a tasting, like with their eyes closed. You know, with my wife was different. With my wife, we were at the shop all the time. Sometimes we disagree. Sometimes she wanted to go one route and I wanted to go the other route. Yeah, but remember, what's the ultimate goal? What do you guys have in common as family or as a couple? What brings you back to ground zero and say, all right, you know what? Yeah, I think you think that way. I think you think that way, but at the end of the day, we want to achieve the same. Okay. And also one funny thing that I did with my wife was like I tried to do something different out of the shop. We were at the shop together all the time, but then probably we put the girls to bed and then says, okay, you know what, let's have a little bit of champagne and let's put some music, let's go to our patio and let's relax for a little bit. And funny enough, those the best ideas of Cao Chocolates always happen during that chilling time. Always try to break the routine. That's my goal. I mean, trying to find balance is basically breaking the routine. That's how it is to me. You know, put your family first, business second. Give to your family, stay there for your family, stay there for your family, and you have to take care of your business, but the family, it's your top priority. I mean, I've never seen a rich guy that says, yeah, I'm so happy that I'm rich, but my family doesn't give a shit to me. No, no. You know, many successful people in life will tell you that if your family is not in balance, your mind, maybe it's not in balance either. Plan that way. Family first, business second. Find the balance. plan your business around that. That's actually what I help people do, because when you try to do so many things at the same time, you get frustrated, you get burned out. Your family is the closest people that you have to. Do you know what I mean? And we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay? We don't want that. I have three daughters. They're older, and I love to help them. Absolutely. Listen, either they love the business or they hate it. That's up to you, Sharon. That's up to you. If you keep them out of the business, they won't learn anything. But when mom is busy, the business is taking away their mom. Think about that. Okay? But you say, come to me, help me out, help me out. Now everybody's busy in their family business. That's how it is. That's how it is. It's just let them play with something, let them help you with something, let them feel that they are important in the business. Yeah. And that way, you're working together. Also, make sure when you finish working, go do something that they like. Let's go for ice cream. Let's go get a milkshake. Let's go eat. Let's go to the movies. Let's do this like a reward. Okay? Get a reward. So that's how they're fine. Okay, we did work, but then we had fun, and that's where the balance comes. And with the husband, with the partner, it's like, okay, now we did work, girls have fun. Now we need some time to us. So let's, watch a movie. Let's have a glass of wine, but keep all balance. Okay? Keep all balance. I wish it's easier to say than done, but at the same time, it's not rocket science. Okay? Any more questions?
Thank you, Ricardo. A lot to think about. We're getting close to the top of the hour. So, one last question if someone wants to pop in or a comment or thanks. We have time for one more. I don't see Mrs. Balu. Usually she has a question. Here she comes.
Yeah, I'm just processing the information. Yeah, I'm just surprised, there are not that many questions in the chat. So either it was very clear, so that's how we take it. So even, after this webinar, if somebody has a question, they can send the email. We have Ricardo's contact information, or if they can send it to Coco Town, we will send it to him. And, we have only 5 minutes left. So anything else, Teresa?
Well,
Yeah,
for me, I
but
always
one
try to
second,
take
Balu has a
something.
question.
Oh, well, you asked me.
Yeah. Hello. Hi to everyone. My question is, when you start a business, obviously you know only what you know about medicine in the beginning. You have to hire a lot of people to help you. Hiring employees one thing, and hiring consultants another thing. What is the thing that we need to do to look for when you hire a consultant?
Hire someone that obviously have reputation, but I will tell you something straight up. Go with your gut. Okay? The best and the most important thing when you have a consultant, when you hire a coach, is how you get along with that person. To be honest with you, I've had a lot of consultations, and some people that we don't have a personality match because of the way that they react to questions or the way that they want to work. It's not my way. I would say, you know what? I think we're not a good fit. I have to have people like Sarah from More and More Chocolates, for example, that she says, Ricardo, I have three daughters and I want to be successful. How can we do this together? Yeah, let's do it. And think about Sarah. She has the question and I have the answers. She feels comfortable asking questions or working with someone that she knows is going through the things that she may be struggling right now. Okay? So when you hire a consultant, when you hire a coach, make sure you hire someone that has that expertise. And being there, what makes that person different? Yeah, like it happened to me when I hired a business coach. That person knew overall businesses. He had the same business knowledge that I had. But in my industry specifically, he had no clue. I had to teach him about that. So for me, it was good overall fit. Gave me like kind of like sparkled some ideas, but at the same time, it was like, dude, you're not telling me anything different than what I'm trying to do. So take your time to hire, be quick to fire. I applied that. I was like, all right, do you know what I mean? And also he didn't have that empathy of trying to understand my industry, what we chocolate makers go through. Okay? I can tell one of my clients, hey, go find a commercial kitchen. A regular coach will tell that, a regular consultant will say that. But because I know about chocolates, because I also have a chocolate business, I know that. Hold on, you gotta think about this, and that. Bring what value that person brings. You don't only pay for the consultation, you will pay for the brain of the consultant, the coach. Okay, how far beyond that person will go to you? That's key. That's key. I think when you hire that someone for the empathy that you guys have, the connection that you guys have. Read between the lines. How knowledgeable is that person? How can help you that person become a better business owner and ultimately become a better person yourself?
You repeat, it doesn't.
No, thank you. It's a good approach. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we are at the top of the hour. I know because people like Ning from Malaysia, it's almost like a midnight for them. So if anybody, no questions are there, I think we would wrap up the session. Thank you all for joining. And thank you, Ricardo, for spending time and sharing your knowledge. And as I said, please send your reviews and send suggestions for the future webinars. If you need any specific topics, we are here to work with that and bring you what topics will be meaningful for you. Because when you spend 2 hours of your time, we want to make sure it's worth your time. Like ROI is big for Cocotown, not just on the money. Your time is also money. So thank you. And then Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu. Teresa, do you have anything? Teresa?
Well, before Teresa goes, I just want to say thank you, Coco Town. It was great. It's been great working with you over the years. Also, thank you for the invitation. Not only I'm a client, but also being here, it's an honor for me. Guys, everybody in the chat, it's been a pleasure. If you need more information, business related, that's what Mrs. Baloo is asking. So make sure that, who knows, maybe I'll be back. And I'll help you with a specific topic. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for being here. It means a lot to us. And it was great connecting with many people in the chat and finding out that we have a lot of things in common, and it's beyond that. We're new friends. Please connect, and hopefully we'll hear from you and we connect and I can help you out.
Yeah. And if you have any questions on the machines or anything, please reach out to us and have a good day. Thank you.